Mom, I'm not gonna be able to come home this year.
It's Christmas. I'll come up there. I could ask your Aunt Madea to come with me.
Your daughter is grown. Leave her alone.
I'll pay you.
What time you gonna leave?
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to another installment of our 12 Days of Christmas podcast.
Today we're discussing an absolute must-watch of the holiday season, A
Madea Christmas. This movie stars the ever-hilarious Madea as she goes with her great niece to visit her daughter in the small town in Alabama and help her save the town school's play.
And yes, we know this is not animated, but it's still something you gotta watch this December or just every year. Well, although he does have an animated movie in the franchise,
which we will be doing a podcast on next year. Looney Cat, we know you're loving it,
right? Because he loves Madea. That was hilarious.
So we need to explain. Madea is portrayed by Tyler Perry, who has his own studio where he makes all these hilarious movies that have wonderful messages and values that are conveyed within them. And you're laughing so hard sometimes, you know, it takes a while for you to realize, hey, I learned a lesson, but you did. And Madea Christmas is one of those times. It was so unexpected when we saw it come out. And it was nothing like we expected it to be. We truly thought it was going to be more like some of the other films he's made. It has some similarities, but this one was just a whole step above, and really this one is more of a commercial work of Tyler Perry's.
Right. If you watched his movies, the other ones have been a mix of drama and comedy. Madea provides the comedy, while the main plot is a whole different person or group of people and provides the drama or the plot, and the Madea is a side story. But in here, she has the entire plot line. And there are still some side stories with it, but it's all in basis of comedy with some serious moments, so you're still having a good time watching it.
So there are some really major stars that appear in this one as well. You got Larry the Cable Guy, you got Tika Sumpter,
Kathy Najimy.
Yes, and you also have, it has Anna Marie Hosford, who's been in quite a few shows. It's got Chad Michael Murray, who I know you know who he is. Lisa Whelchel, who used to be in the show. Facts of Life. It's just got a lot of people that you're familiar with. And they're portraying some great characters in this wonderful Christmas movie. And let's not forget Sweet Brown and Antoine Dobson.
Oh yes, who cameos themselves near the end of the movie.
Yes. Maybe you'll remember them?
Yeah, from the YouTube videos that became like countrywide hits. For Sweet Brown, they say, ain't nobody got time for that. And for
Antoine
Dobson, it says, yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife. And they say the lines in the movie, so make sure you know who they are.
Okay, so let's get to the movie. Let's tell them about the plot for the movie.
Okay, well, Madea's great niece, like we said, they go to Alabama to see her daughter. She works as a teacher in one of the schools.
Played by Tika Sumpter.
Right. And it's the school's play is in danger of closing down because they're not getting the funding this year for it. It's been really low and nobody wants to sponsor the play because of its lineage towards the birth of Jesus. And the only way some of these sponsors will even consider funding it would be if they had just get rid of that altogether, switch it to Santa Claus, switch it to something that's non-faith, and the townspeople didn't want to do that at all. And it becomes part of the mission to, you know, help them get the funding somehow without resorting to something bad, because already townspeople are really skeptical of, you know, newcomers in town, and they just want to keep the faith and the values within their play and not just become subjected to commercialism.
When children need a little guidance.
The Bible says that when little baby Jesus was born, he was born to the Virgin Mary. J. Blige.
Now I want to say, because I think it's really important to point this out. They say that it didn't review well on Rotten Tomatoes It has a 20% rating, and they're saying it boasts a few laughs overall, but it ranks among Perry's least entertaining of substantive works. What I think is hilarious is when this movie came out of the theater, it took $25 million to make. It raked in over $53 million, so that makes it definitely a box office success because it more than doubled what it took to make it. And now it's been 5 years since it came out. This movie sells consistently on Amazon. It's consistently rented during the holiday time. So I think Tyler Perry has the last laugh because I'm sure by now he's garnered well over $100 million for a movie it took $25 million to make. Right. And I think this points to something else. You can't listen to critics. You got to sometimes watch and see, is this worth taking a chance on? Will I like it? Listen to recommendations from friends and family because the critics are doing their job, but you may not agree with the critics. And this is one time I totally disagree with the critics. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie. Right. And yes, it boasts a lot of laughs, specifically with Kathleen the Jimmy, Peggy Hill, and Larry the Cable Guy. They are hilarious in this movie. Well, it's a lot of blue humor, but also with them being valued, having values, and they really love their son, and they really love their son, and they accept whom their son marries. So it's great. Right. And that's not a team that we expected. First time we watched it, I'm like, they got Larry the Cable Guy, and they got Peggy Hill in here playing married couple. Like, oh gosh, like you already know how they are by themselves, and putting them together just upped it even more because it was just hilarious. Yes. So there are beautiful messages. There are multiple messages in here, not just about the holiday, but just about living day to day, how we deal with people, how we should love one another, told in sometimes a funny way and sometimes in a serious way. And there's a development of characters where some characters are one way and they grow into different characters, or they learn that maybe the way that they're thinking is not the way to be with people. I think it's a great movie. And I love, again, movies that tell you morals and values without, hitting you over the head with it. And this is that type of movie. Right. And like I said, you can't listen to critics because there are lots of great movies out there that have been pretty much bashed by critics, or bashed by millions of people saying this is the worst movie ever. This guy should never be directing. He shouldn't do movies. You ruin everything. And then you watch the movie, it's like, what are you talking about? This is a great movie. It's like, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you? Because this movie's great. I don't know what's your problem with them, but it really is a good movie, and it's good for families, good for kids. They can watch it. There's nothing where it can get too dark or too serious where they can't see it. The humor is mostly clean, so and it's innuendo when it isn't. Right. So if you're watching with younger people, right, they may not get the jokes, but if you're a teen or older, you will get the joke. Right. And it's still handled well where it's not just dragged on like that's the whole joke because that is dirty or anything. So it doesn't go that route. Right. So if you haven't seen this movie, make sure you watch it this year. Add it to your repertoire of movies to watch for the holiday season. If you have seen it, tell us about it in the comments below. Let us know what you love about it. And I think you know that our favorite character is the living animation of Madea. Right. Oh, yeah. When you buy the DVD, they have, like we mentioned before, he had the first animated movie. After this movie, and in the DVD included, there's a little bit of a preview to it. And when you watch it, it kind of reminds you of the Proud Family. And it's called Medea's Tough Love. Right. And so that comes after this movie and with the preview, and you can watch that as well. And he said we will be covering that movie because it felt like we were watching like a Proud Family spinoff. Yes. So that'll be a gift for you for the new year. So stay tuned. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Masco Entertainment. And I'm Mom Entertainment. Have a fantastic day. Peace.
Medea's got the gift.
This is Christmas. You got to be nice to people. Pass it on nice.
Tyler Perry's A Madea Christmas.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. from the sky in my pocket.